What's up, friends? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting. No, it's too high. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You see, Washington is getting hyped up for this game. The fans are literally screaming, "We want Dallas." That's right. They want the Dallas Cowboys. Be careful what you want, because you might just get it. It was crazy because I was doing my live stream, and I've got all of these different trolls that kept coming in there that are now Washington fans, you know, Dante Burt and little Cowboy fan. Little Cowboy fan is truly a troll because he's swearing that because the Washington football team swept the Cowboys last year, they own us. Now, 2 games in a row is pretty good. It is pretty good. But I kind of say that that team has nothing with this team. Sorry, you beat Ben DiNucci and Andy Dalton. You beat Xavier Woods, and we saw Xavier Woods giving up the game-winning touchdown against the Lions. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm cool. I'm cool. Be happy. Be excited. But Cowboys, you better understand that this is the Washington football team's Super Bowl. And I don't believe that the Cowboys and Washington have been in the playoffs together since the 70s. I'm trying to find it. I guess I need to go through the history of the rivalry and see if both of us were playoff teams. I guess that'll be my assignment before tonight, so we'll see where it is. But it was crazy because, we're working on all the racks and things. I came down here to do some work before I get back in there, and I ran short on screws. We have to send you the screws for the attaches to put on the back of the racks to make it easy to hang, so I need to get some more screws and some wood. So I'm there checking out. I had the sweatshirt that Miss Jackie and Miss Anita Applebaum gave me. You know, it's got the big star on there. And I paid for my wood and stuff, and I had 6 8-foot pieces and had the bag of the screws, so I had my hands full because I didn't get a lumber cart. Just kind of squeezed with one hand to put it on my shoulder. And here's this little young buck coming up and saying, "Washington gonna kick your ass next week." Woo! Woo! Washington is rather convinced right now. You know, they're like, we on a 4-game win streak. We won 4 games in a row. It's true. They're on a hot streak. And hopefully, our Cowboys can just show up and compete. But what I came out here actually for is, part of the problem for the Cowboys is, at least the first half of the season, you saw the Cowboys were successful. The 8-4 record, we're really trash according to the Eagles and Washington and all. The Giants, they're not calling us trash. They're just literally, they're just crying. They're crying themselves to sleep. Sorry, Pizzle. Sorry, son. They're crying themselves to sleep. But the problem you have when you start being successful is people want to have some of what you have. They want some of your players. They want to get your coaches. They want to get your GM. And we already knew that, at least early on, Kellen Moore definitely is getting some love as far as being a head coach in college. But maybe having some teams that may look and say, maybe we'll hire him as our head coach. There's a lot of teams out there when you look at them and say, yeah, we need to try something different. And definitely, Dan Quinn, you have to say, is definitely on the fast track of getting another team if he wants another team. I'm not sure that he wants to be a head coach or not, but if he does, with the way the Dallas Cowboys defense is playing, the way the progression between Diggs and Micah Parsons, having 2 guys that are in the MVP race, and you start quantifying that with what he did in Seattle, you all of a sudden say, yeah, it's Atlanta is the problem. It's not Dan Quinn. But we actually have Duke University is interested in George Edwards, who's one of our assistant head coaches on defense, of him possibly being the head coach of Duke University, his alma mater. 4-year letterman right there, was team captain and everything else, and they may want him to be, or excuse me, it's being reported that they are interested in him becoming their head coach. You know, you got to love the fact that your team is doing good enough that others want your coaches, but you have to hate the fact that other teams may take your coaches because you want to keep what's working together. When you think about the 90s Cowboys, what killed us was we lost all those guys that were there that ended up building that team. You know, Norv Turner, he left to become the head coach of the Washington football team. Dave Wannstedt left to become head coach of the Bears and things. They didn't have the success that they had in Dallas as coordinators, as head coaches. And you had to look and say, well, the Cowboys' offense and defense started to suffer losing those guys. You know, you can't stop wanting somebody to improve their situation and get a job, but you got to want to keep them too because they work for you. So shout out to him. And, of course, tonight we'll be doing our live stream as always. 8 o'clock, I think. The Rams play tonight? Or no, Patriots play who?
Patriots and Buffalo, I think.
Is it Patriots and Buffalo? Wait a minute.
Yeah, they're playing tonight.
Hold up.
I need them to score at least 20 points each so I can make some bank tonight.
Goes to show you how out of it I am.
Yes, yeah, they're playing tonight.
Oh, that's a big game. We'll be live. We'll be live for that game because that's key. Because you know, it's funny. Who thought that New England would end up being the number 1 seed right now? And number 1 seed they are at the moment in the AFC.
Yeah,
I told you guys. I told you, New England. Don't sleep on Bill Belichick. Last year was a red shirt year for him. He took that and said, okay, we're not caring about 2020. We get rid of Tom Brady. We get rid of some salaries. We dump those. We let our players heal up for a year. We get some cap room. We get high draft picks. And we're going to come back, baby. And that's exactly what they've done. New England has come back, bitches. And now you got to look at it and say, here we go again. Dynasty number 2 for Bill Belichick as long as he wants it. So we'll be live streaming doing that. Everybody who purchased tickets, they're being sent to me electronically, in which case I will be sending your parking passes and your game ticket passes electronically to you so that way you have them in your hands. And one other thing, I have another channel, Joe Boo's Day Job. You know, in life, we get insurance. You know why we get insurance? In case shit happens. You hope that nothing ever happens. You hope you never have to use your insurance. But you have it there in case shit happens. Well, that channel is in case shit happens to this channel. That we just shift everything over into there. So sign up, or excuse me, subscribe to the Joe Boo Sports Report in case shit happens. Excuse me. Joe Boo's Day Job in case shit happens. I'm Mark Holmes, and well, Mike's over here waiting for Pizzle's address. And, what's that?
I'll talk to you after.
Okay. The shipping department is talking to, of course, I don't know what department I am. I'm just the catch-all for everything. I'm like you, Nico. Nico, like your dad said, you know everything.
You're the head.
The head. Oh, Lordy. Then that means somebody's going to chop my head off. All right. Peace.